Hey guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight we're going to be playing some Kassai. So everybody's a Twitch subscriber or a YouTube member voted, and it was a tie between playing Betsy and Kassai. And we'd already played Betsy a few weeks ago, so I thought it'd be more fun to play Kassai this evening. Plus, I've not really got the chance to play Kassai yet, so I'm pretty excited to play her. I think it'll be kind of fun. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Mercy, thank you for the follow on Kick. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here tonight. Oh man, I'm honestly just kind of like having a little bit of a reset. Honestly, after after the tournament on Sunday, I have to say I was very surprised at how well it was received. Like everybody who played had a great time. Everybody who come by and like hung out had nothing but nice things to say about it. Like it just seemed like an all around great experience. So I think that's something we're gonna look at doing more of in the future. Moving forward, I think there's gonna be some more tournaments and some stuff like that. The goal is going to be to try and aim them towards like downtime when there's like downtime, like with events and things like that. So we're going to look to try and do it like every couple of months, every 2 or 3 months, just to like, let everybody kind of play and hang out and have a good time. And I think it was a really good way for everybody in the Discord hanging out to be able to be better friends, and just, get to know each other a little bit better. So, oh God, excuse me. Hey, King, what's up, dude? Yes, sir. We are playing Kassai tonight. I'm hoping I don't make it look too bad. Hey, what's up, Ben? Trent, dude. How is everybody? Appreciate you guys being here tonight. I'm pretty excited to be streaming again, honestly. Yesterday was like a nice break, like a nice little like day off. But I am excited to be back at it. Oh, is Stream Elements not working again? Let's see. Let's see if Stream Elements and everything is working. I've been waiting for this stream. Dude, I'm pretty excited to play Kassai. Everybody has really good things to say about her. Okay. Now Stream Elements nor Nightbot is working. Man, me and the bots are not getting along. I'm gonna have to sit down and look into the bots sometime this week, because like I'm gonna have to look at that tomorrow or something like that. Because, dude, like, oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Trent's got it working. At least if the linking command's working, we know it's working. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I did really enjoy that everybody got to like. It was just like it's funny, like. Drew is just as much nonsense when he talks as he is when he texts. Like, a lot of people like text or like talk differently than they do. Like a lot of people text differently than they actually talk. And dude, Drew is always himself all the time. And I love it. It was really fun to honestly just get to sit and talk to everybody. Like even in between rounds, like it was like really fun. Yo, King Babar, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate you being here, man. I know you're originally hanging out from Twitch, so I appreciate the double support, brother. I appreciate the double support. But yeah, no, it was really fun to like be able to like get to talk to everybody and like get to learn first names more and like just like Sunday was like that was the best idea I think anybody's ever come up with. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing more of those. I think it's going to be a really good time. Ben, you've been talking about Nightbot since as long as I can remember, man. As long as I can remember. Yeah, no, absolutely, Trent. You're 100% right. Drew described it very well. It did. It felt exactly like an armory amongst friends, like, and it was really cool. Like, it was a great time. Like, and commentating was a lot of fun, and like, I just like, getting to like talk to people and ask them questions. Like, I don't know, it was a lot of fun. It was received really well. Like, I think everybody had a good time, and I know I had a great time. Bavar, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like, listen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that my Kassai list is any good. It's kind of like, I took some buddies that I found online and I tweaked it a little bit and threw my own touch on it. So I'm curious to see, excuse me. I'm curious to see what it looks like. I don't really know if Gorgtome is going to be any good, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm curious to see if Gorgtome's going to be any good. The list that I found had 2 Centauri Sabers and a Hot Streak. Like, there's a lot of go again in the deck, so I don't really know when you'd ever want Hot Streak over Saber, but we'll try it tonight and see what happens. I do like Crown of Providence here over the I'm having a stroke right now. Over the new legendary headpiece. I think we want Grains in this matchup. I mean, Sync could be good. Like, this is the main deck 62 cards that like we put that I like put together, and then like we have like an extra Raisin Army, an extra Blood on our hands, and a couple of In the Swings and some Favor Scenes in the sideboard. I don't know. Like, let's just play it like this. If they're playing Great Axe, I'm gonna immediately regret having the Sync Belows in the deck, so we'll just try it like this and see what happens. I think we're just gonna pass, honestly. Like, we'll just pass. We'll Arsenal the Slice and Dice. Oh, man, that's pretty cool. Has been for the heavy hitter, for the heavy fatigue decks. Okay, that's fair enough. Because, I mean, they're going to have to block, I assume. Like, at certain points, they're going to have to block and do certain things. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, no. Oh, Troll's right. God, I left in Null Rune Boots. I did not put in the Dynamos. Oh, boy. That's not what we wanted to see. God, that's not good. That is not what I wanted to do at all. That's fine. That's it for a rematch? That's fine. We've already Arsenal set up. We'll just, like, you know, like, we'll keep in mind that, like, the 1 point, or I guess, God, probably, like, the 6 points could have been really relevant here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Diablo, if you ever join in here and find a command for the way you just spelled that, absolutely not. Oh, man. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take 3 here and play my hand. Because, I mean, we get the Gorg Tome here. Like, our hand's pretty good. Especially if we, like, hit into a yellow or something. Also, we probably could have cut this card for something else, but I don't really know what else we would have brought in. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of value this game over my sideboarding mistake here on the Null Rune Boots. Like, that was not my best move there. That should be the command for making dumb plays. I'm down for that. I can get down with that, actually. That sounds kind of funny. So these are free, right? Wow, that's actually crazy. So we get to go Slice and Dice. So 9 go again. This is actually a pretty good turn. Always taking boots. Oh, man. We have definitely made a mistake. Like, this card, probably not that good in this matchup. Not going to be that good. And, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Gorg Tome was absolutely insane. Like, what a draw off the top. Gorg Tome looking, like, crazy there. And the cool thing is, like, our next Saber is going to be for, like, I mean, I kind of want to pitch this to make a Vigor token, if I'm being honest. Like, and then, I mean, this is still for 5 because of the Slice and Dice. Like, it's a pretty good turn. No, we're not going to pay. But what do we have? 2 copper tokens? I mean, target warrior attack with greater base. With greater power than the space keeps going. The next time an opposing hero is dealt damage this turn, creating an agility token. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. We'd already be looking at having blocked with the Valiant Dynamos and then getting it back already, so we'd already be at 38 points here. Okay, and you get an agility token. The agility tokens are going to be really good for Dory, actually. Dory's going to get a lot of help from this set, I think. Like, actually going to be really good for Dory to like get all of that support that she is. Oh. So this is 9 go again on hit draw card. I mean, we have slice and dice into hit and run, attack, pay into this, and then attack again, and then arsenal the other hit and run. Like, I don't know. Doesn't seem like, I hate to give up multiple counters here, but like I think we have to or I hate to give up a counter here, but I think we have to pick our battles, and I do not think that this is where we want to fight. I think we want to fight on the next one. I think if we're going to fight, it's going to be on the next one. I mean, like, I don't even know if I want to block this. Like, I mean, hit and run, slice and dice is going to be for... So this will be for 3, and then the next one will be for 4, right? Because it's +1 and then +2. So, I mean, the hit and run, the slice and dice, and the shift, the tide of battle is worth 7 points. Or I can block a 9 here and just attack with the saber and then arsenal hit and run. Let's do this. I don't know. Hey, Caleb, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? I don't know. Let's block 9 here. Like, let's try to play a little bit of value here. We'll just hope they don't have like a... If they have like an Iron Song response here, Route's also another really bad card for us here. They'll probably give us the hit and run if I had to guess. Just because it's a red. Maybe they want to give us like the shift the tide of battle here. I don't think there's a world they're going to give us slice and dice, but they could here. So we're going to take 5. Go to 23 and they get a counter and they get the Arsenal card. Yeah, it's pretty good for them. This is game 1 of Kassai, so you're getting to see it first here. I mean, I guess I could just play hit and run, attack, and then make another vigor and then attack again. Like, yeah, Robert, These are set as the main boots in the deck, and I wasn't paying attention, if I'm being honest. So when I just loaded it up, Troll pointed it out to me here the moment we started playing. Yeah, not my best move. So yeah, I just decided to kind of laugh about it and go on with the game. Kind of figured it is what it is. Bold fashion choice. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. All right. Bold fashion choice is one way to look at it. Okay. Okay. I mean, so again, we're in a spot where, like, we need to block 9 if we're going to here. I mean, it has go again, so they could, like, CNC after this. I really think we want to, like, try and get the counters off here, and I think we need to, like, load up on blocking at this point. And if they do have, like, a CNC or something, then oh well, but... You actually did that at a tournament, Robert? That's hilarious, dude. Diablo, I'll make that a command just for you, just so when I do something dumb, you can say that to me in the chat. It'll be funny. Man, they're coming out the gate swinging here, and they get a Vigor token. It's an interesting Dory build so far. You talking about the Dory deck that you sent in the Discord, Caleb? Is that the one you're talking about? I mean, like, I hate to give them a counter here, but like blocking 6 is not really the answer, I don't think. So like maybe we're supposed to block 6 and force them to have something here. Blade Fury's really good. Blade Flurry. Say that wrong all the time. You like Iron Song versus more than 20 Blade? Is that what you meant, Max? Used to play a lot of Briar, but switched to Katsu, so my room went on autopilot with sideboard and also... Dude, that's hilarious. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like very easy to be like, oh, like, Robert, you know, how could you? Ha 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 ha, you know, but it's like, it's also a very easy thing to do. Like, I completely understand that. I think if I go to 9 here, like, I can try to swing the game in my favor and then use... And then try to, like, swing the game back next turn. Like, if I can lure out some equipment here and, like, get a hit with my Nourishing Emptiness here. So this is 5, go again. What list am I using? Z, I just kind of found a list online, to be honest, man. Like, there's nothing, like, really special about my list. It's really just, like, a list that I found online that I tweaked a couple of cards to, like, change that I thought would be interesting. But short of that, like, there's nothing crazy about the list, man. It's just like one I found online that I tweaked a little bit. So I don't know too much about, Kassai to like really be like, oh, we're definitely gonna do this, or something like that. Like 7. So if I block 3, 6, 8, 10, I'm technically playing around 1 pump. I can't play around route. And I can give the run through in the Blade Runner, and then my hand can be Slice and Dice, Saber, Blade Runner, Saber. Actually, I should keep that card. Since I'm only going to block with 2, I should just block like this. Yeah. They've had route, and then they had that turn. Man, that's really good. And again, now we're in a spot where like I just have to block 9. Like, and I think I have to here. We're just now in a spot where we're playing to get the counters off of that stupid thing. So it is what it is, unfortunately. Oh, then the arms. I mean, yeah, like I don't dislike Iron Song versus at all. Like, again, like this list just had bracers in it when I started, when I found the list. So, oh, really, Bobby Boy, thinking about going to Battlehard in Atlanta, dude? Let's go. That's hype, man. I was like, I haven't seen you at like a big event in a while, man. I was like, dude, I'd love to see you at a big event. Oh God. 9. Man, like the ultimate punish. Yeah, I mean, well, this is not looking good. Yeah, no, yeah, Fab, Flesh and Blood, I did not mean to bring in Null Room Boots, bro. Like, the list had them set as the main, boots, and I wasn't paying attention when we started the game. So yeah, that's kind of what happened there. Oh. Yeah, we're going to Atlanta. I think there's 4 of us going to Atlanta. Robert, I think there's 4 of us going to Atlanta, and maybe Bobby if he's going as well. I'm actually booking an Airbnb. Oh, no, we're not control Fing here. I'm actually booking an Airbnb for Atlanta this coming week. moving forward, because like the Masters is the weekend after, so like everything's a little expensive, and so like I'm really looking at like trying to get an Airbnb as soon as possible here. Okay, so let's see. No, we don't want to rename this. So I have a running spreadsheet where I keep every week of games. So we're gonna move this to the end. We are starting to play games on 1/23/24. We're going to get rid of everything else that we played from the other spreadsheet. We're playing Kassai. My opponent was playing oh lord, falling asleep at the wheel here. I was playing on Talishar. My opponent played Dorthia. I went first. We got a loss. Fell behind quick. But I sideboarded in Null Rune Boots because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so next game when we're sideboarding, we're going to pay a little bit more attention here so that we can actually, sideboard correctly and have like a better plan. Yeah, so let's load up another one here because that was a very fast game, very sad game. Battle-hardened Liverpool for me. When is Liverpool, Max? I was like, what the hell is Dory running that made you bring in Null Rune? Yeah, dude, complete mess up on my part. Okay, so we're playing against Katsu. Good luck, have fun. What do you mean reload, Trent? That's like a ranger thing. What do you mean reload? Close a period, close week at work. Oh, but if it's not, you're going. That's cool, dude. Well, it's I don't know when you guys like have like your closing periods and stuff like that. And like I honestly like I don't really like I don't know, but if it's at the end of the month, then you should be good because it's the very first weekend in April. But so if you guys do your closing like the first 3 or 4 days of the month, then you should be good. Then you should be good as far as that's concerned. Troll just put boots in all caps. Thank God, because I was literally about to roll in Null Rune Boots one more time right there. Jesus. We'll bring in the Fate for Scenes and let's just run everything else, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's a downfall of me playing a deck I'm not really sure since I've done anything. I had a funny name for an open format game. Oh, dude. Don't worry, Trent. I got you after this game, bro. I got you after this game, fam. Let's go. I kind of just want to play Fate for Scene here and take one, I think. We don't have an immediate way to generate gold, so we'll just put that on the bottom, I think. And if they like really want a Katsu here, that's perfectly fine. Yo, Toast, what's up, dude? I went 4-4 on Saturday, and I went 4-3 on Sunday. You ended up top 8ing the PTI event, though, didn't you? I was like, I thought I saw you at the top tables at the PTI event, man. Man, I did not change the chess piece either. I definitely wanted to run. Man, I can definitely tell that I am like that I am like trying to get back into the swing of things here. After definitely tell I'm trying to get back into the swing of things after like taking a day off yesterday and just kind of like hanging out yesterday. Because Max just pointed out like we could have like I could have value blocked with the Dynamo there and stayed at 40 on the E-Strike, which would have been a lot better. And yeah, like the chess piece would also be better here because it just gives me more points to block with. So we're going to put him to 30 and then we're going to Arsenal or Sink Below. Cross Trap. I think we just want to block 6, right? to play around the Art of War. I think we're just playing around the Art of War in this spot here. You love Arcane Dory, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here. You guys are friggin' trolls, I swear. We'll block 3 here, I think. I think this is fine. I mean, if they want to breaking scales this, then like they can breaking scales this. Yep, Kadachi's cool. I'm down to take the Kadachi here. Might need a nap, Robert. I might need a nap, honestly, bro. Oh, you lost in the finals to Dromai? Oh, dude, that's sad. What were you playing, man? Were you playing Azuri? Is that what I saw? I thought I saw you playing Azuri. I can't really remember, though, off the top of my head. Rip Dynamo? So, I mean, like, we would have had to have kept 3 cards right there to block with Dynamo and then play Sink Below? Considering there's only 9 blues in the deck to be able to play Blade Runner, like, we would have had to have kept like 3 cards, and I just don't really think that's a viable option here. I mean, I'm happy to give Dynamo and Fate Foreseen here, honestly, because my hand is Centauri Saber, or Hit and Run, Centauri Saber, Blade Fury, activate Bracers, activate Saber. Did I not hit pass already? I did. Okay, so we'll block like this, I think. Like, finding out right here. Finding out a consistent plan for fatigue style decks is going to be very important. I feel like Kassai might honestly just get dumpstered by Victor, just because of like how fatiguey he plays. I could be wrong though. Again, we don't really have any gold. Let's put this on the bottom in case this game does go to second cycle. I mean, I'm going to play the Fate Foreseen here. I'm not going to bottom anything because I really like my cards. Wow, he just literally had it lined up. He had that and okay. I mean, fortunately, sometimes that's all there is. So on the Dishonor, we're going to block 5. Or I'm sorry, we're going to block 6. We could technically like block with Blade Fury and Equipment and go like blue and Hit and Run, but I think I'd rather just block 6 and then Arsenal here. I was kind of hoping that they didn't just have the next combo piece. Like, that's really like the hard decision there is you have to make the decision there. Do I block the second chain link and hope they don't have it? Or like, because if you give it to them, they definitely have it. So I think I made the correct decision there, but I don't know. We'll see what we can do here. Dodged all the way to the finals. I mean, hey, dude, finals of a PTI event, dude. Like, I know it's a little disappointing to not come away with it, man, but like, you can still hold your head high. Finals of the PTI event, still a good run, brother. That's still a good run. So if I block with Commanding Performance and Hit and Run here, I can actually go. I can pitch Outlet Skirmish to play Spoils of War, Centauri Saber, play Blade Flurry, activate Braveforge Bracers, use Tunic to come in with the other one. I mean, and I'm also setting up some copper here, so I can block 6 this way, like start to like apply, like try to like keep Mask off the chain link here. He doesn't have a crazy combo turn. I mean, we have to pick War here, right? Like, we're just always picking War. So, like, literally all we can do is, like, attack here. I mean, that's pretty good. Like, them having, like, him having the Braveforge, or the Warmonger's Diplomacy was pretty good there. Oh, is Caleb asking how you activate it? And Trent's explaining it here. Due to his lower amounts of disruption, Arachne is a pain. I mean, yeah, if any deck's going to fatigue you, it's probably Arachne or Azuri Bobby. That does make a lot of sense, actually. I mean, I guess we're just going to pitch the Outland Skirmish to come in here. We'll just attack with a Saber. Like, right now, we're just doing our best Oldhim impersonation. And then we'll pass. Like, I had planned to, like, really get my value back off of the Dynamos there that turn, but it just did not pan out that way. So we can pitch cash in to Spoils of War, Bracers, and then do that. So which means we can block Glint and Fate here. I'm just going to give the Fate Foreseen and hope it's not an Art of War. Like, if it is an Art of War, it is, but I'm just going to hope it's not. We'll bottom this. Always the bridesmaid, top 16 at Nats. Listen, man, that's better than a lot of people I know, man. Again, there's nothing to be disappointed there. I understand, like, I completely get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I completely understand, but like, it's still a good run, dude. Like, a lot to hold your head up about right there. So I imagine he's going to Breaking Scales here. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't even know how you get ahead of this deck. Like, how do you get ahead of Katsu? Like, a good Katsu player will realize that you have, like, almost literally 0 ways to punish them. So, like, they're just never going to block. Like, I mean, unless I'm, like, going crazy here. Like, I guess, like, if we really wanted to, we could, like, activate Kassai this turn and, like, just not block the rest of the turn. Where is the no problem at? Like, we could just not block the rest of the turn, but, like, I really don't think that's going to get us anywhere. I think if we don't block the rest of the turn, we're really just going to, like, lose even harder and faster. Because, like, that... I don't know, like, Katsu is just one of those decks that presents so many on-hit effects. Like, there's so many on-hit effects, so, like, these other aggro decks that are, like, trying to value out over the course of the game, like, you just... Especially when, like, I mean, they've had... Like, he's had, like... He had a complete Dishonor combo line so far to this point, and then he had a turn that was, like, 9 points... Or, I'm sorry, 7 points that ended on a Warmonger's Diplomacy, and now we have pretty much another, like, full combo line here, so, I mean, like... He's had, like, a really good, like, 4-turn start to this game. Like, this has been very good. Dude, Katsu's insane, Caleb. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but, like, we played Katsu on stream for, like, I think it was, like, a week. And, I mean, we rickrolled people. Like, we absolutely rolled people. Like, Katsu is insane. Absolutely insane. So, he broke the boots, which means he's got another 3 coming. I mean, I guess if I'm going to take anything, it needs to be this, like... We can take the 4 and go to 27, and then our next turn is going to be, like, the next attack they come in with, we're going to block with... This is going to be for 3, so we're going to block 3 to stop Mask. Sheesh. My man had another Bonds. Does he have another? Wow. Wow. Casually triple Bonds, huh? Yeah, the old triple Bonds turn, huh? The crazy part's, like, I can't block this because I have to block the Dishonor for 4 next turn. Like, on the next chain link. I have to give him Mask here. I have to block the Dishonor. Like, I need Kassai's ability. And we're going to block 4 here. Like, I don't think I want to bottom this card. Like, this card's really good. That turn was 8 chain links long and triple bonds. We're going to pass. Yeah, other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln, is 100% correct right there. I can tell you that, because that was an absolute bonkers turn right there. Not having go again is very unfortunate. Let's put this on the bottom. Do we have one over here? No. Okay, so I mean, I feel like this is a decent start to like trying to get back into this game. I mean, that's true. There are 0 copies of Dishonor left in the deck. I honestly think I have to go to 12 to try and keep a to try and get a 5-card hand here and just set up. Like, we haven't put another one over here, have we? I think I just checked, but just making sure we're not doing anything stupid here. Bonds is absolutely broken. Like, that turn was crazy. Like they only had, like, I mean, what? We blocked 12. Or I'm sorry, we blocked 9, 13. We blocked 13, and they dealt, like, I don't know, like, we were at 31. They dealt a solid like 15 to us, and we blocked 13. So, I mean, it was almost a 30-point turn. Maybe more. I don't know. It could have been more, but we'll just throw Nourishing Emptiness. We'll try to have a hand here. Do you have a Flick Flag? Oh, man. This has been a very unfortunate game for me. Things have not lined up in any capacity for me. This is not good. I think we can block with... I think we want to keep the Outland Skirmish because it's a copper generator. And like, even though like the Blade Fury is technically like more points than the Outland Skirmish because it's 3 versus 4 and it's 4 that's split up, like, I still think that's the route we need to go. We're gonna go get another bonds there, big fella? I assume so. I mean, yeah, like, we could have still like gotten rid of it. Like, it was more of like me making sure it wasn't over there so I didn't do something dumb before we actually went and did anything. I mean, I have to keep the Shift the Tide of Battle to be able to like actually do something. I mean, I guess we're gonna go to 4. I can't believe he had the Flick Flack to cover up my can't believe he had the Flick Flack to cover up the Nourishing Emptiness. What a big Sag moment for me. Walking to my car. Okay, good. I'm glad. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm sorry you stuck at that meeting so long, but be careful coming home, baby. Curly had a board meeting tonight, so she was stuck at the office all night. I mean... So, like, we just don't have a way to give them go again here. Like, we're going to activate Kassai, and we're going to get rid of Emptiness, Sink Below, Cash In, and this. Like, and then... Because I have to play this, right? I mean, Carly definitely thinks it's a board meeting, that's for sure. And then we get to play this to give it go again. Get a gold and an agility token. And then, yeah, I mean, I wish. Like, we can activate Saber here. Or activate Bracers, I mean. And then come in with a Saber for 5. Oh, boy. We got him below 20. That's better than we did last game. He's also running Null Room Boots last game, so... Now we have all the go again. I mean, we can keep Blue and Blade Runner, right? Like in block 6. I think I'll go to 3 here. I think it's fine to go to 3 here. Joke courtesy of Ben. Ben's joke was pretty funny last night about your board meeting. Or I guess I don't have to keep Blade Runner. I just have the agility token. So I can keep the blue here. Actually, I can just keep the blue and I can go dagger with go again into Nourishing Emptiness. Which is pretty good. The hardest thing about playing Warrior? That's a good question, man. That's like a really interesting question. I don't know what the toughest part about it is. I probably has something to do probably matchups like this where you're forced to try and play off the back foot because you don't really have on hits that can punish your opponent. I don't really have a way to make my opponent God almighty, dude. 6 chain links here. He had 6 chain links when I didn't let anything but a Kodachi hit. I mean, I think I just have to block 3 here and just let the agility token go to waste. I don't think there's ever a world where I can just give up Tunic and Dynamo and just go to 1 and keep or go to 2 and then try to throw the emptiness. I don't know. Maybe that's my only play is to try and throw emptiness there. But there's gonna have to be. I think there's gonna be a better hand where I'm gonna be able to try and keep it. Please no Art of War, even though there's 2 more on your deck. There's also another empowerment after this one. Yep. Pitching the Mugenshi release, and if he draws an empowerment here or an Art of War, we're just dead. I am now at 1. Katsu. We are now in the Kodachi lock range. This has been 2 very not good games for me. And I'm definitely not going to sit here and say it's Kassai because I hear a lot of people talking about how good Kassai is. I definitely understand it's my lack of knowledge in the matchup here. Let's block 6. I mean, we survived. The only problem is that, again, we're at 1. And, yeah, this. I mean, I'm going to give Tunic on the first one here. I think giving up Tunic is the way to go. Problem is that, unfortunately, they'll just draw a hand that has go again and we'll just be dead. How many coppers do I have? Or I have 1 gold, 0 coppers? Yeah, well, I guess we'll give this up here. Not really going to get any value out of this. Let's block 6. And then hopefully they don't have a breakpoint to throw. I mean, they don't have a breakpoint, but they would have killed us that turn had I not had Tunic to block with. So, again, we're just trying to hang on here. We're probably dead to this if I had to guess. Feels like Magic mid-range days. I mean, I definitely, I believe you, 100%. I feel like we tried to mid-range the crap out of this game, and I feel like the triple bonds turn just, literally killed me. I don't feel like I didn't say, I said no blocks and, tried to, race them or anything. I feel like I definitely don't feel like it's that kind of deck, at all. Oh, they've shortened this here. Oh, wow, they've, really shortened this to where you can see it more. I actually kind of like this, the way it looks. Yeah, I mean, the triple bonds turn just, the triple bonds turn just put us too far behind. I don't think there are many decks in the format that can beat triple bonds turns. And those, most people, honestly, that I watch play Katsu aren't even, good enough to pitch stack that deck, so... to pitch stack that kind of turn. And to be fair, it's a very hard thing to pitch stack, so... Talishar, we played against Katsu. We went second. We got the loss. Triple bonds put us behind, and I was not able to recover. I'm gonna go by and put an asterisk later on all of these games and put like, you know, like definitely can tell I don't know Kassai very well. Like, we're gonna hoping to get better with Kassai as the night and the week goes on here. Myself, I'm happy to pick her up, but I'm just so confused on blocking and offensive sequences. Yeah, King, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, warrior offensive sequences can be tough. Like, for sure. Like, can definitely be tough. Like, it's tough because you have to decide how to block and when to block. I think this is a Grains matchup over Tunic. And for anybody who just joined, I only had Tunic in last game because I forgot to put in Grains. So again, I think against Dory, we won our 62 cards here. Like, I don't really have any like major interest in like bringing in the Fate for Scenes because again, if they are just playing Axe, we are in such a bad spot. So let's just play it this way and like try to see what we can do this time around. So Troll, I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the game, it like if you're playing against like a deck that like blocks really efficiently, in my opinion, like if you take like Oldhim, for example, like Oldhim could fatigue Katsu. Like, I'm not gonna say easily, but like it was easier than some things I've seen. So like you could definitely fatigue Katsu with Oldhim. And so I'm saying, like, at the end of the game, you are pitch stacking. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're pitch stacking the first, like, you know, like 10 turns of the game, but like the last 5 to 10 turns of the game, you are pitch stacking simply because of like you have to as Katsu to win those games. Because if a good player realizes they have fatigue strategy, they can actually like run you out of cards as Katsu because of how often you tutor. So that's why I'm like, I like often look to that. So play Grains. Yeah, Mike, we didn't have Grains in because I sideboarded wrong. Oh, Trent, I'm sorry, dude. I loaded in this game. I completely forgot, dude. Yes, absolutely. Let's play a game after this. Let's play a couple games after this. I would like to do that. That sounds awesome. So slice and dice. I'm going to Arsenal the run through here, and I'm going to play the Blade Runner pitching the blood on her hands because like we're not really looking at blood on her hands right now. Like I could see this being a pretty good second cycle card. We're going to swing Saber for 7 because of slice and dice. Duh. Lord. So we're going to come in for 7, and if this hits, we're going to we're going to pay for the Grains here. Probably have a D-react here if I had to guess. No, we're just going to make a Vigor token. Sounds good to me. I mean, slice and dice, Saber, run through. We could even play the commanding performance on the second one here. Actually, we can just play it on the first one. Yeah, we'll just block like this. Like we have a pretty solid turn here. This is definitely a matchup where Iron Song Versus would be better than Brave Forge Bracers. Not because of the block, but because of the fact that like this has to hit this turn. Only if weapon you control is hit this turn, so like it gives you more options in my opinion. So let's play Slice and Dice. Let's play Commanding Performance. We could activate Kassai here if we thought that we were going to get through, but I think I'd rather start like trying to pressure Kassai's ability late in the game. than I would now to like try and set up here. I think with Dory, I sideboard Shatter. What is Shatter? Is that like a new card or something that I'm not aware of? We'll play the run through here. And then we'll Centauri Saber for 7. And then if this hits, I will pitch a card to the grains here, I think. I think I want to continue to make Vigor tokens as often as I can. The extra resources really allow for me to have like bigger and better turns here. This is Battle Worn, so I can always block with this and a card from my hand. Destroy an equipment if you take damage, but the damage goes to equipment. So you're saying, like, if I play Shatter and then, like, I hit them with a weapon, I can destroy one of their equipments? Is that what you're saying, Caleb? I mean, honestly, I think I'm just gonna play the hit and run. And then I'm going to Arsenal the Outland Skirmish and try to set up for like a better turn. Next turn, we want a 5-card hand here. We're going to throw Centauri Saber for 2 go again. And our opponent will probably just give a card from hand if I had to guess. Like, they may say no blocks. I don't know. Either way, if they do, I'm just going to make a grains and pass. Like, I don't really have any like we're going to have to have like an on again hand, off again hand here, like kind of thing, I think. Yeah, it's an attack reaction for Dynamos. Oh, it's something that you play in your Dory deck into Kassai is what you're saying. I'm following now. So I was like, God, how long do I have to sit here? Okay, Stillblade Shunt to put me to 32. Pitching a sink below, so like they're setting up for a second cycle here to definitely try and fatigue me, but that is quite all right. I mean, we can activate Kassai and go... I think we can activate Kassai and try to push in here. I think we can get across the finish line this time around. I mean, if they hit me with a Shatter, like, we'll see what it is. How much does it cost, Caleb? How much does Shatter cost? So... we'll get rid of these 2 red cards, and then we'll get rid of these 2 yellow cards. I could pitch the cash in here because there's 3 cash-ins in our deck and we've pitched 1, so like pitching this wouldn't be that bad. Although I do need the glint here. So let's play Outland Skirmish. They're probably thinking like Blade Flurry here or something like that to like try and push through damage. I'm just going to play the Blade Runner. Like, I was like, there's no way they're just going to give this to me, right? It costs 0, but no one plays it. I mean, hey man, like if it's something you thought about playing, like it's definitely something that like people could be playing. Like I wouldn't count that out or anything. Like people play some interesting stuff for sure. All right, I feel like I've started to wake up a little bit more. I don't know. I do feel like I've had a very busy couple days at work, so like it could be that like maybe I'm a little drained from like working a little bit. I've been taking some classes for work, so okay. Fate Foreseen. Do we have another D-React coming? Okay, well, there's 2 Fate Foreseens gone and a sink below, and they pitch stacked 1, so I mean, It is what it is. I mean, I guess I'll arsenal this. Like if I ever have a hand with like 2 blues or something like that, I can always keep it. So I'm kind of tempted to just block 1 and go to 26 and then just like play the cash in and draw 2 cards. Listen, man, I gotta have excuses for losing all the time, dude. You know how it is, Trent. Break out the wine coolers. Yeah, that'll get me some energy for sure until it doesn't. You know what? Let's just go ahead and look at 2 more cards. Like, let's play Spoils of War. We're gonna activate Kassai. I have drawn a card, so these are free. So I can just attack and play the run through. The fact that you get to like throw these for free whenever you draw a card is absolutely insane. The Royal Crown has been more value than Crown of Providence. So you've been starting with the Crown of Dominion, Bobby? Is that what you're saying? Run through. And then let's play hit and run. Or I'm sorry, let's play Blade Flurry. We pitched hit and run. Good lord. I don't have a D-react and this hits here. We will get we'll get 2 coppers. Yep. Okay, so they are going to cover this up and put us to 25 here. Yeah. Save run through for next time. Play hit and run and Blade Fury. Blade Flurry. Oh, because I didn't have to pitch to play the run through here. It's still 2 points. Yeah, and I would have been able to arsenal this. Yeah, that definitely would have been a better play. That definitely would have been a better play. Because this is still going to be for 6 regardless. Do they have another Steel Blade shot? Wow. Okay. So they've managed to cover up both attacks there. Interesting. Would be good to have a card in Arsenal here. So we'll throw Saber for 4. On hit, we're going to make some copper. I mean, we did take every card of their hand, so they weren't able to attack us there, which is kind of like a good step in the right direction, but at the same time, like... Let's throw Nourishing Emptiness for 6 Dominate and see what we can get here. If we're lucky, if we're really lucky, we get both pieces of equipment here and a card from hand, but only going to get 1 piece of equipment and a D-react here. I mean, they keep having to pitch cards to, like, play this stuff, which is good for us, but... So we'd have to pitch the Nourishing Emptiness, but technically I can play Slice and Dice, attack, play Blade Runner, pitch Nourishing Emptiness to come in. I don't know. The 1 gold can be sandbagged for a turn when you have cash in, so they have a much higher chance to carry the gold form back to me and get on the turn you use. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense that, like, the gold token, like the headpiece gold, like could be really good. And I know a lot of people have been playing it. Like it wasn't in the list that I found off the top of my head. So maybe that's a change we make after this. I mean, I'm very open to like changing the list as the week goes on and making definitely open to like changing the list over the course of the week here. Double sword is more value plus yeah. So like I think playing the sword, like playing both sabers there was always the play. For sure, I think. Like I don't think there was ever really a world where we were gonna throw Nourishing Emptiness here. I mean, he just keeps swinging 4 here, but we're trying to like crawl back into it if we can here. Yo, Bruce, what's up, dude? How are you, man? They'll lead towards her raising army or blood on her hands. I mean, she definitely could be king. I don't know. That's a good question. Like like everything that like I'm sharing with you guys tonight is like definitely coming at like a first time experience right here. So I really like activate Kassai's ability, commanding performance, spoils of war, saber. Actually, we can't, can we? We don't have the resources to do it all here. So we'd have to hope that Blade Flurry was enough to like push it through here. Honestly, what I might do is I might just attack with Spoils of War. Like I might just pitch to play Spoils of War and then come in. Yeah, I'm going to take 1 and go to 20. That's fine. And then come in with both my sabers. I don't know. Getting Kassai's like getting Kassai's ability here could be very good for us. Like we're gonna get the Nourishing Emptiness here, and then it doesn't matter what else we get, and then the commanding performance would have been great. Maybe I'm supposed to take 3 damage there to Arsenal commanding performance, but like it kind of feels like an underwhelming card in this matchup so far. So I don't know. I got my ass beat today on stream. LOL, did you guys end up playing, dude? I was like, I was at work today while Scowling was streaming, so I didn't get to watch all of his stream. What'd you play into him? Were you guys playing sealed when you guys play? When you guys played, was it like a sealed showdown or another Stillblade Shun? It appears. Okay, well, that is. God, how many is that now? We've seen 2 reds. We've seen all 3 blues. So there's 1 red, 1 Fate Foreseen, and 1 Sink Below that he has first cycle access to. I mean, we get to go. So we get to activate Kassai's ability here, and we get to go Outland Skirmish, Commanding Performance. So this is going to be Saber for 8. And then we can just Arsenal. Maybe I'm supposed to go Commanding Performance, hit and run, and then swing the other Saber here, and then Arsenal the Outland Skirmish. And we need to try and set up a 5-card hand. I honestly think we need to be in a 5-card hand situation. Like, we can't afford to just not do things. So let's attack, and we'll set up the Outland Skirmish for next turn and like try to make some stuff happen here. Yeah, it was sealed. Only had 4 life left. Yeah, dude, his Victor pool looked really good, man. Like his Victor pool looked really good when I was watching him open up sealed on stream. Like it did look very good. I don't think we need the vigor here. Like, I think this is just attack in after this and arsenal the outland skirmish. And then we're going to go up to 35, and then we're going to go down to 31. And so technically we're going to be down 1 card after the turn cycle, which I think is fine, honestly. So do I need to put Outlet Skirmish on the bottom to try and find another card here? Because I don't have a way to have Go Again. Like, we're just going to sink and put the Skirmish on the bottom here, I think. Well. I mean, giving Go Again doesn't really help us here. Like, this is not what I would call an opportune turn here. Maybe we just play the Outland Skirmish and pitch to come in with the Sink Below here. Pitch the Sink Below to come in with Saber. And then from there, we can, if he lets it hit, we can activate Grains of Blood, Spill. I mean, we can give Go Again, but, like, this needed to be, like, a yellow. Like, the red card, like, really does us in here. I don't know. This does not feel like it's going well. Does not feel like it's going well for me. Yeah, Kassai does make it very easy to, like, throw every single card in my hand. I completely agree, Trent. Told him he owes me a rematch on Thursday. Nice. Nice. I hope you get him on Thursday, man. I hope you get him on Thursday. I mean, part of me kind of wants to give Go Again here. Like, we could give Go Again and, like, take the agility token. I don't know. Maybe we're just supposed to take 5 here. Yep, there's a Sink Below. So is he just going to take 1? I mean, if he does, I'm going to pitch to create a Vigor token. And then I'm just going to arsenal the Blade Flurry here. And we're just going to try to... Tunic. All right, what is he up to here? Does he have, like, 2 reds in hand? No, it's the Cleave. I wonder what he's up to over there. Committing has been feeling worse and worse. Playing just being blocked by swiftly attack action. When you say commanding, are you talking about commanding performance? Which card are you talking about? Because commanding performance doesn't have conditional Go Again. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, Bobby. I just want to make sure I understand correctly. Is there a card to block with here? So we have a resource. We can... So if we attack, pitch blue to play... Let's tell our opponent we're thinking here. We pitch the Glint to play Run Through. We have 2 floating. We play Blade Flurry to pump this up to 4. Carly's home or there's an intruder here. If I die in the next 60 seconds, you guys know it wasn't Carly. Hi, baby. Hello. So we have 2 floating after the Run Through. Blade Flurry pumps us up to 4. Play Hit and Run. Come in for 7. Make a resource. We can block here. Man, unless he's gonna, like, pummel this thing. Like, I don't know. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying that, like, them blocking, like, the condition of them blocking with an attack action is too much. I see what you're saying now, Bobby. I'm following. I need to pee. Oh, okay. Missed you today. Missed you too. Oh, Bruce, I completely agree, man. It's a blast to play with friends, dude. Like, playing with friends is so much fun. It's the best way to play games. I think this is a Kassai activation turn. So I think we're just looking at Saber here. I think we want to get the value off of hit and run. Plus, if we set up a gold token, like, we're really looking at like trying to like use Raise an Army here to like set us up here. How did he cheat? Did he cheat by having better cards than you? So run through. Let's pitch. I think pitching the glint like is fine because we'll make them have to block later. So, and then we're gonna play the Blade Flurry. God, I have got to stop saying Fury. I cheated by having better cards. It's amazing. All right, so we draw the Fate for C now. Hit and run for the +3. Centauri Saber with Go Again for 9. And, I mean, like, unless you have another shunt, like, technically there's one more red shunt, right? My God, did we actually push through damage? What does this feel like? Does anybody know what this feels like? Because I don't know what this feels like. Okay. So now let's think about what our turn's supposed to look like. I think our turn's just gonna be Saber. So let's work out. I keep forgetting where the things are. Yeah, I know. We're getting excited over 2 points of damage. I don't think that's I don't think that's a good thing. Oh God. So if we attack with Centauri Saber, give it Go Again with the Glint, because they'll block with a card more than likely. Pitch the Slice and Dice to come in with Nourishing Emptiness here is pretty good. The other option is play Slice and Dice, attack with the Saber, give Go Again, probably draw a card, and then we really have no way to give Go Again the second time around. Let's try to set up a 5-card hand for next turn, because, like, one, we are kind of running out of cards here. The more times they're able to attack us, like, and force cards out of our hand, the worse this is going to be for us. Technically, we are ahead on cards on the turn cycle right now, but at the same time, like, I don't think it'll always stay that way. So we get Go Again, and then pitch Sink Below, Slice and Dice to throw Emptiness here, and then Arsenal Blade Runner. Because we don't want the Sink Belows. Like, the Sink Below is not good. We just left them in because it's like what's making up our 62 cards we're playing. We could pop the gold token. That is very true. Well, there's the last Steel Blade Shunt, unless they're running yellows that we just haven't seen yet. Man, we could destroy 1 copper. Good Lord. I know that we have 2 cash-ins left in our deck, so I think I want to try and save the gold if I can here, Trent. We definitely have to resolve a raise an army here. Like, I think we only have 1 raise an army left. We only played 2. We didn't bring in all 3 because I had no idea how to sideboard. And I think I blocked with 1 earlier, so there's 1 left in the deck somewhere that we can play. For sure. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm a turn behind there, King, but yeah, the sword into Nourishing was a pretty good turn, I think, for us. Like, swing the Saber, give go again off of... Like, are we supposed to activate Kassai here? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 2 activations currently sitting there. Yeah, definitely 1 pitchable blood on our hands, that's for sure. I think that's exactly what we're going to do, too. Like, this is definitely not a card we're keeping in our arsenal here. Like, the only reason I would even arsenal this card is because I wanted to be able to crown something away. But the other problem is that, like, I just don't know that we have enough damage to close the game out. Like, I think, like, our opponent being ahead 11 points is, like, really going to kill us here. Like, I think that's going to, like, murder us here, man. Hey, Logan, what's up, dude? I haven't had a chance to chat with you since Cincinnati, man. How you been doing? Which warrior do you like out of heavy hitters? So everybody says that Kassai is the best. I'm obviously doing my best to prove them wrong right now. But, I mean, honestly, like, I really like Olympia. I think Olympia is really cool and offers a lot of cool play patterns. I'm a really big fan of Olympia right now. I played him the other day, and we had a lot of success, honestly, like a lot more than I thought I would. Like, it felt really good. Yeah, let's make a vigor. I mean, they let us deal damage, but all right. So, you know, the funny part is I've never actually got to play Blood on our hands. So, like, the best thing to do is just to have 6, right? But, you know, beggars can't be choosers kind of thing, I think, is where we're at. Is this the Raise an Army we're playing? I mean, I think we need to play it here. Dude, King, I love Up the Ante. Up the Ante is awesome. I hadn't really planned on trying Dawnblade Dory, but, like, I think, like, there's probably somebody in our team who's going to test it at some point to see if, like, how much we really like it here. But I probably won't play it too much myself unless somebody on the team is just like, oh my gosh, this is broken. Play this. And I'd be like, okay. So we probably need to get 2 out of this, right? Like, just probably what we need to do. Although I have to say I'm not a huge fan of this hand at all. Like, all right, so everybody's saying... Trent said I don't want to talk about Up the Ante. So we don't need 6. 4 is truly where it becomes more playable, so we're not there yet, which means we need this for second cycle. Or I guess third cycle at this point is more where we're at. So I could just go... I could block... We just pitched a Blood on our hands, which means we have 1 more. So if we block 6 here and Dynamos, we can go hit and run this and to come in 1 more time because of the Vigor token. And if the first one hits, we can Bracers it. And then if the second one hits, we get to get a Vigor token here. We also have all of our equipment block, which I'm going to be honest is really going to like bail us out if we ever draw a really good hand here. Same, he's the one I've been wanting to build. I've been playing a Proxy Victor at the LGS. Oh, dude, it's had a lot of success. I've heard a lot of people talking about Victor being pretty good. Like, you're not the first person I've heard say that they think Victor's going to be solid. I've heard a lot of people talking about that, for sure. Just giving them both go again can suffice sometimes. I mean, I can see that. Like, are we supposed to just, like, make one here? Like, if we make one Sellsword, it takes it, they kill it. Like, we need to be able to do this on a turn where we can... Like, I really don't want to, like... You know what? I'm gonna attack. We're gonna use our equipment next turn and hope that we can, like, push through here. We're going to try and push through. We're going to try and set up. We're going to Arsenal raise the army and see if we can set it up. Raise an army, not raise the army. Good lord. We're going to make a vigor token. We're going to Arsenal raise an army. And we're going to do everything we can to make it work this turn. Chief called. I don't think this is it. I mean, he can kill this if we block with these and a card. I mean, we could put this on the bottom, use cash in to like try and have a crazy hand. Hope that we draw into some good cards and just try to like push through a lot of damage here. This is not what I would call a lot of damage. Yeah, I think waiting until we can use one of the cell swords is really good. Is a really good idea, Trent. I mean, we're just living in this world now, right? Like, we've committed to the cash-in play. Man, we pitched a lot of go again, but not a lot of damage. Nourishing Emptiness. And then let's... Oh, we have... Oh, we've drawn a card, so this is free. I wasn't even thinking about that. Man, man. Choo! You guys are saying how not to play Kassai tonight. Also, like, I feel like this is like Bobby was talking earlier about how, like, Kassai probably struggles into, like, some of the fatigue style strategies, and I think that, like, we're probably, like, really seeing that right here. So let's play Glint. It already has go again, but I guess we'll just... I mean, 7's pretty good, but... My opponent just decided that this was enough here. They're just going to try and push enough to start trying to kill me here. I mean, that is pretty good. So, cash in, slice and dice, Valiant Dynamos. Attack because of the resource. Give it go again. Pitching this and then throw Nourishing Emptiness here. Go to 2. No Reckless Swing, so... I think I did dump the Blade Runners, didn't I? Didn't I, Trent? I think that's what we did. Could have been 8. What could have been 8? I must have missed something. Yeah, it's one of the live streams from last week, Logan. Like, you can there's a if you look in the live section of the YouTube channel, you can see the live stream from last week when we were playing when we played when I played the Olympia deck. We could have gone sword, sword, nourishing. How could we have gone sword, sword, nourishing there, Robert? Yo, Chris, what's up, dude? How are you, man? Bye. Yeah, dude, absolutely, man, absolutely. So yeah, we could have made the swords free, but I think I'm worried about drawing cards at this point in the game. Like, we're probably like, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, I understand like the irony of like I'm about to like try and like, you know, put together a 5-card hand here, but like I am worried about the idea of, so they just have the sink below they pitch stacked. Like, I didn't want to like draw 2 cards off the cash in there. I think we need to try and make this raise an army card work here. I don't know that it's going to be enough at this point. Like, we may just be SOL, may not matter, but that plus, so this is going to be for 8. One, 2. And then this will block 2, and then I can sink below. And then we'll put this on the bottom, I guess. Yep, that's fine. I mean, oh, let's swing the blade and then let's Arsenal skirmish here, I think is the play. We're past raise now. I mean, it's very well possible that we are past that at this point in the game. Like, do we still have, we have 3 copper tokens now? Well, I mean, I kind of like to keep the blood on our hands here, but I don't really know what we're looking at if we do keep it. Man. I feel like there's got to be like a plethora of moments that we can look back on and realize that I could have played this better. Like, if I, so, I mean, like, there was no way, like, the sink below just kind of, like, screwed me here. Let's attack with Saber. We'll keep the blood on our hands, and I, like, again, I don't really know what I'm playing out to here, but, like, we're kind of just, like, running through it right here to see what we can do. Man. Looks like nothing is what we're about to do, because we're going to have to give up every single card here. Or not every single card, but... I mean, I guess I could save it for the last hand here that I have, but I don't really know like what else we're hanging on to at this point. I'm going to go up to 5 and down to 1. Man. Well. So drawing the card does nothing for me here. I mean, I could draw and give go again, but like, what are we really doing with that? Like, I guess we'll just swing 2, and our opponent's just going to say no blocks here. Or they're going to block? Okay, I mean, I guess they're like actually doing it. Yo, Samuel Rocha, let's go. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. Dude, number 300. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? 3 staple questions we ask everybody on the channel. We're just going to pass and take the 4 here. Good game, opponent. All right, well, unnecessary, but 21 turns. Jeez, dude. I think with the Glint and Outland hand, should have just popped the gold and then try to pressure as much as possible. That's very possible. Like, I would be willing to bet that if we went back and watched it, there are probably, I would imagine at least a half a dozen places that game where I could have made a better play. Where I could have made a better play and, to play better. Like, my real first experience with Warriors the other day was playing Olympia for the first time. And I could tell that I was much more tuned in that day, but man, I am not playing well. I can tell I'm not really playing I'm not really playing that well tonight as it is in general. But definitely between that and learning a new hero, I can tell that it's definitely not coming through all the way perfectly for me right there. Because that was for and I also think that let's see, did I go first or second that game? I think I went second. I can't remember. Loss. Got fatigued by Axe. Dory. Okay. So, I kind of said this earlier, but, every single game I'm playing here, has the asterisk of, man, I am very new to this hero and to the concept of playing Warriors. So, when you guys see a better line, I 100% appreciate you guys putting it in the chat. I never think that, you guys are, I never think that, you guys are, talking down or anything like that. No, I'm not going to make a game. We're going to play with Trent. I almost forgot again. Good Lord. But I really appreciate the Backseat Gaming. You guys trying to help me out with the gameplay and stuff like that, because I can definitely tell that it's not all there for me tonight. I can 100% feel it in my games there. Brazil and Commoner got you into the game. So I've only ever played Commoner once. Samuel, but it was really cool. It was the first time I ever got to play Seeds of Agony and Chain. It was really fun. I really enjoyed the Commoner format. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Trent, I didn't think you were trying to put me down there, Trent. I didn't think you were trying to cheer for me losing that game or anything, man. Oh, it was loud. Thinner margins to win games and a lot of the heroes. That makes sense. I feel the warrior class is warrior class is probably you probably win a lot of points for knowing your class and your hero and knowing how to play into certain matchups. So I could definitely see that. And I don't think I'm gonna really win games fatigue. I don't think I'm gonna win games into fatigue heroes like that, just because one, it's people you guys are saying that it's something that Kassai might struggle with anyway, and my lack of knowledge is just gonna run me into the ground in that matchup 100%. Yeah, never catch you playing it, huh, Nick? Never catch you playing it. Oh god. Trent, you still want to play a game, dude? Oh, you love a casino deck like KO? Hey, I can get behind that, man. I can get behind that. Dude, there's nothing wrong with rolling some dice. Listen, I think everybody enjoys the casino just a little bit. Everybody enjoys the casino just a little bit. If they didn't, they wouldn't open packs. You can ask Bobby about that. He's opened a pack or two in his day. Oh yeah, 100%. You have to have a long-term game plan, and I thought I was doing my best to try and pitch stack to make sure we had Go Again and some buffs, but apparently I only pitch stack Go Again and no buffs. So I kind of hamstring myself through first cycle there. And we definitely saw it when we got to second cycle there. Yeah, raise an army in game is 100%. That's probably how we have to win the game. Oh god, Nick's already put together a cracked list. Jesus. Here we go. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so now we gotta beat Reinar. Do I want to go second here? Probably, right? We probably just want to go second? Probably what we're doing? All right. Trent's gonna show us the ropes of the old Rhinar matchup here. Which is like 50% IRL. I mean, dude, you can, I think for the most part, you can take your win percentage on Talishar and like probably drop it down some on in real life, like from playing games. One with intent package and one with agility package. Heck yeah, dude. 2 games it is, Trent. 2 games it is. Dude, I've got to like go in and change the deck. I thought I had the Dynamo set up as the main deck portion of that, but like I have Boots set up that way. Is this a matchup where we want Hot Streak? Like, is Hot Streak just better here, I think? I love Carly plugging the commands. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I think we want Hot Streak here, right? Like, because we want to have potential go again here. Into Rhinar, I think we're just going to leave these in. Like, do I want to cut the Sync Belows and bring in the swing here? Or do I want to bring in Fate for Scenes and, like, really try to, like, block out a bunch and play a grindier game here? Hot Streak is always better? Like, are you saying into this matchup? You know what? Let's just try it like this. Let's, like, again, I'm really just learning the heroes, so let's just try it like this and see what we can come up with here. We'll try to keep the Blade Runner here if we can. It's like, roll a 1. Ooh, Ball Breaker, huh? Okay. So he's going to throw Ball Breaker. So it's like reverse of that. Let's keep the Blade Runner here. Nah, let's pitch this. Let's block with the Glint here. We're going to live on the edge here. Every matchup, Hot Streak is big for the deck. All right, hit me with it. Hit me with it, Nick. Why? That balance is still a part I'm tweaking. Yellow High Striker. What is Yellow High Striker? What is High Striker? Is that like one of the attacking cards or? I think I definitely wanted to put the chess piece in here. Man, God. I've got to go in and set this deck up the way that I want it. I mean, we can just attack with Hot Streak, potential go again, use Blade Runner, pitch Slice and Dice to play Sensari Tabor, and then Arsenal the Outland Skirmish and try to set up that way. I think that's a better play. And if this does hit for 2, we have the extra resource to be able to activate Braveforge Bracers here, which I think is fine. So High Striker is the shit. Dude, what? On hit, you create 4 coppers. Oh, that's the non-attack action that people were playing for a while, right? Is that what that is? Is that like that's like not a new card, right? That's an old card, right? Can I send you my list? Yeah, dude. Babar, send it to me in the Discord, man, because I think that like links are like kind of weird. I don't like, I've tried to set it up to where like links can actually be used, but I've never like a lot of people like the links just don't get pushed through. But like, yeah, like if you're in the Discord, man, and you want to send it to me, that's great. Even if you're not in the Discord, dude, jump in the Discord. We'd love to have you and then shoot it over to me, man. There's a section for deck lists in the Discord if you want to put it in there. I am, if somebody has a better Kassai list, listen, I am more than happy to play a different Kassai list. I've said it once. I'll say it again for everybody who needs to know. I'm not a good deck builder. I can build a good sealed deck and I can draft well, but when it comes to CC decks, somebody can put the deck together and I can play it. But if you don't give me like a solid like 3 weeks of testing a hero and figuring out what cards I like, I'm not good at putting a deck together at first look. Never have been, never will be. Get out of here with this sin packing garbage, Trent. Jesus. That's so good. I mean, do we just want to give this up? Like, we kind of want the Outland Skirmish here because we needed that. Like, this is a really tough question. Like, I think we're going to go to 30. And I think we're just going to play the 4-card hand and lose Outland Skirmish. Like, it's unfortunate, but I think it's what we're going to do here. This is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage. I agree. I have to take 10 here is not good. Threw it in the Discord? Cool, I'll look at it after this, man. I can't build decks or play them? Get out of here, Chris. Get out of here, man. I saw you sit next to me, man. I saw you sit next to me in Cincinnati. Dude, I was like, we're at least on the same skill level of playing. I know that for sure. Yeah, Lord, I forgot to put the new chess piece in. Like, just a literal mistake here. More of a tuner? Same. I felt that, though. I felt that, though, Lord. I completely felt that. That is, like, exactly how I am. So, Hot Streak, Blade Runner, Blade Fury, Centauri Saber, Arsenal run through here. Blade Flurry, I think. I keep trying to say Blade Fury for some reason, and I truly don't know why. Also, we should have just blocked with Dynamos. Like, I'm such a boob, I swear. One of these days, I telling you, I'm going to go back and rename tonight's stream at some point, How Not to Play Kassai. Like, because I feel like that's all I'm teaching people tonight. So, King, for the longest time, my favorite main deck hero was Dash. I played Dash all the time. And then I've really moved into Oldhim for a while because it was just really good against Lexi. And now I'm at a point in time where I'm really just playing, like when I'm going to like tournaments, I'm playing like a ton of Fi. Like I play a lot of Fi when it comes to like main deck tournaments. I'm all about playing some Fi. I think he's really good. I mean, Steven, everybody says new Kassai is great. Obviously, I'm not good with it. Flayed Blurry? Oh, I'm going to start saying that from now on. Watch my brain try to have a stroke when I'm trying to say that. Crown this away. Play Sink Below. See what we draw. Actually, I can Outland Skirmish the hot. I can play hot. I can activate Kassai here. We're attacking with both of these regardless. We're going to play Sink Below. I don't think I want to put anything on the bottom of the deck, honestly. We do have 2 reds and 2 yellows. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that we actually have the requirements to meet this here. Last turn, I could not have activated the Kassai, right? Because these were reactions. Yeah, these were both reactions that I played. Now we can activate Kassai, though. So we're going to activate Kassai. And then Hot Streak. I'm curious to see. Okay, so he does give me the flashback here. I'm kind of intrigued that he gave it to me there, if I'm being totally honest with you. I didn't think he would. So we're going to play Hit and Run for the +3 here. And then we're going to use Tunic to come in with Saber. And then this is going to be 7 on hit. We make a gold token. And then we get to Arsenal to cash in, which I really like. And we currently have a 10-point life lead. Rutrow. I'm in danger. It's exclamation point deck, Nick. It's also in the description if you're on YouTube, man. Since you're on YouTube, it's in the description. But dude, like, again, I cannot say this strongly enough. if you have played more than like one game of Kassai, play your list. That's what I would say to everybody. 8, go again. I mean, we have hit and run, commanding performance, cash in, raise an army. Like, we're just gonna block dynamos and take 7 here, I think. Savage Feast is really good. Probably must be listening to music. I can hear her humming in there. My list is pretty funky, I think. Yeah, dude, I mean, if you want to look at the list, please do. I'm like, I'd love for you to look at the list. Like, I'm not trying to encourage you not to. I'm just saying, like don't expect anything great. Like, now I have to say, I have worked quite a bit on the Olympia list that I have. So if you're interested in playing Olympia and like you're looking for a list, you should look at my Olympia list. I actually really like the Olympia list. I spent a solid 4 hours in front of the computer one night, just like doing nothing but playing games and changing the list. So we activate Kassai, we play Slice and Dice. We play Hit and Run. We pitch Raise an Army to play Commanding Performance. Attack with Hot Streak for 6. On hit, make a gold token. And if he blocks, we destroy his arsenal, but that doesn't matter. So, yeah, that's fine. He gets a Might token, which is pretty good. And then if this hits, is this worth cracking the cash in here? Or are we supposed to wait for the next turn? I think we're just supposed to wait for the next turn, right? Like, we're just supposed to activate Bullseye Bracers and then attack with the Centauri Saber. Actually, it's free, so we get to just play the hit and run here. And then this is for 7. Okay, so we're going to put Trent to 10, and then we're going to arsenal another cash in, which is like monster value. Okay, he actually missed once, which is kind of nice. I'm not going to lie, like low-key, like kind of with that. Oh. Wait for next turn. Bullseye Bracers. Did I say Bullseye Bracers instead of Brave? Dude, I say Bullseye Bracers when I look at this card all the time. I think like Bullseye Bracers just like hurt me and scares me. Let's block 3, go to 8, and see what Trent does after this, because it's more than likely just gonna be like Ball Breaker for 4, right? So we can give the Blade Runner here. Go to 7, and then we have cash in to draw 2 cards. The value is insane here off of cash in. We have 2 red cards and 2 yellow cards, so we can activate Kassai again. Like, which I think we're supposed to here. Yeah, so Nick, we were talking about how the Iron Song Versus is better here, like, as opposed to, like, what I'm playing, and honestly, I agree pretty strongly. Like, it definitely feels like it's better, I think. So we're gonna go +3. Oh, we've drawn cards, so it's free? Oh, the value. Man, if he blocks with an attack action here, Trent can get really punished. If Trent would have blocked with an attack action there, like, he could have been really punished because we would have been able to play both swords with Go Again, and we would have been able to throw Nourishing Emptiness, I'm pretty sure, here. So we make a gold token, and then I can throw the Nourishing Emptiness. Now, he'll give me a card in 2 of these, but that's fine because we're going to Arsenal Sink Below here. I think that's better than just throwing this, right? Like, we don't have a way to give it go again. I think this is better. Like, we're forcing Trent to give up, like, all of his equipment here on this, and I actually really like this play. Like, he gets a Might token, but, like, that's fine. We have the Sink Below. Slice and Dice, attack, Blade Runner, Tunic into this, and we can block with this as well. I think it's fine here. I think he wanted to leave a Saber into Runner if he blocks with Hot Streak with an attack, the Nourishing Pitching. He wanted to lead with Saber. So if I lead with the Saber and I use the Blade Runner, like, it's the same thing, right? Because if he blocks with... Like, if I lead with the Hot Streak, so, like, it's the same thing either way, right? Like, but if I use the Hot Streak first, I'm giving myself the ability to see that he's going to do it up front. And if he doesn't block the Hot Streak on the second attack, I'm just forced to not play the Nourishing Emptiness, and I don't think that's the line I want to take. Do you agree with that, Babar, or think differently? Yeah, I mean, we still have four equipment block here, like, which is kind of nice, but I'd also rather not have to if I can help it. I think we're just going to block Commanding Performance and Sink Below here, and I think we'll just keep our hand. Like, the hand's pretty good. We could sink, like, something here, but, like, I think this is a perfectly fine hand. Slice and Dice. I'm going to come in with the Hot Streak here. I like coming in with Hot Streak first because of what I was just saying to Babar, that, like, I like that it gives go again here if Trent blocks, and if not, Trent gets punished. Like, Trent gets punished for blocking it, and I do enjoy that. And then the Centauri Saber here is going to be for 8, right? Yeah, this is really good. Like, this is a really good opportunity for us to, like, put Trent in a really bad position. And we're going to get our Dynamo block back this turn. Like, in Trent's at 1. Like, I mean, this feels really good. Block 2, play Sink Below, keep my hand. Like, I know that, like, he pitched 2 Reckless Swings, the first one on turn 0 and the second one on turn 1. So, like, I'm not really super worried about, like, him having one here, but at the same time, I'm still trying to play a little carefully here. Keep on expecting a follow-up attack out of Warrior if you already have a way to get the first attack go again. So it does put more pressure on him. I don't know. That's an interesting thing to think about. Because, like, I'm definitely not saying you're wrong, Babar, by any means. Like, it's just one of those, like, it's like, I don't know. Like, that's really interesting. Like, it's an interesting thought process to me. I mean, the Blade Fury probably just wins us this game here, right? Like, more than likely, it just wins this game for us here. Oh, no. Trent blocking there. Okay. And then we're going to get your last 2 cards. Yep, we get your last 2 cards, and then now we're in a pretty good spot here. Where did he get a card from? Oh, he kept a card because he gave Browsing Beatdown in that. Never mind. I'm having a stroke. Ignore me. I think we can just put the blood on our hands on the bottom here. So, pitch Blade Runner to play Spoils of War. Attack with the Saber. or I'm sorry, pitch Blade Runner to play Spoils of War, play Slice and Dice, attack with Centauri Saber, and then pitch the Slice and Dice to play Hot Streak. This is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. So this takes a card out of his hand. This is for 5, so this takes 2 cards out of his hand. And then our second attack is for 5 as well, which takes his other 2 cards out of his hand. And if Trent has a no block, he's just dead ever, so... Crack gold there? Why would we crack gold there instead of just taking every card out of his hand? There, Nick, I'm curious. Forgot to bracer, but didn't change the outcome. They were blocking for 6. Oh, Braveforge Bracers on last turn? On turn before last? Yeah, technically, yeah, you're right. I did miss that turn. You're right, Lord. Good catch. No. I completely agree, Babar. I am very inclined to agree with other people, especially if they have more time on the deck than I do, for sure. So I mean, this just has to win the game, right? So Outland Skirmish, attack with the Centauri Saber, give go again, play Blade Flurry as a reaction, and then Hot Streak. And then, I mean, we still have, the Tunic counter for Bracers, which I guess technically, they're at 1, Bracers is never going to matter, but... This would also be... It's worth noting that this would be a turn that we would activate Kassai, but, activating Kassai is, irrelevant here. Oh, I guess we could have cracked the gold this turn. We can crack the gold this turn for sure because this is free. Because, this is free right here, but... Blade Flurry. And then we'll play Blade Runner. He blocks this out. I mean... I guess technically we'll draw a card here off the gold just to see. And then... We'll come in here. I mean, this should end the game, but technically I would want to draw this to Arsenal to have something to Arsenal if the game was going on that way. All right, well, 9 turns and we had an AVPT of 14.56. So, all right. Likely pushes lethal. Now we can yeah, I realized the pitching that the Sabers were free a little bit too late right there. Just wasn't thinking about it. Again, just me, not being familiar with the hero. I'm curious to hear what Trent just said he made a very bad call. Let's see. He said he made a bad call with the, with his BRB turn. Hey, Dustin, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? So again, we're going Hot Streak. I think we're just going to run the same way we did into him. I don't know. There could be, an argument for Into Swing over Sink Below here, but I let's just run it back and see, if that worked out. Let's also update the record here. Kassai, we played Trent. It is a new sheet. It does not have Trent's name in there. Playing Rhinar, we went second, I think. Yeah, we went second that game. We got the win. Felt like a decent game for us. Still need to recognize warrior patterns better. Patterns have 2 T's in it. Am I having a stroke? Patterns. I'm looking at the word and patterns, nothing looks right. Hey, Carly. Carly! What? Does patterns have 2 T's in it? Huh? Patterns. The word patterns. Does it have 2 T's? Pattern? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm sure Carly gets tired of me yelling at her when I can't spell or I forget how to do things, but... All right, Trent's going to start off by rolling scabs here. All right, a 3 means he can't do anything too scary. Just working, sadly. Yeah. What do you... I was like, dude, it's It's kind of late, man. What's you work third shift, or are you in a different part of the country where it's only like, you know, like, or are you a different part of the world where it's like not that late for you? I am not playing High Striker in the list. This is a list that I found online, and we are not playing High Striker. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna give our last two cards here. Like, we took away the points, but we also added 3 there. I still, because they have no cards in the hand, because we had no cards in their hand, it added 3 points there. I mean, I kind of just want to play the Gorg Tome. Maybe I'm just always supposed to give Valiant Dynamos on turn 0. Like, maybe I'm just always supposed to give Valiant Dynamos on turn 0. Like, I don't know. Like, because there's such a high chance that we're going to be able to swing both swords on our first turn going into, like, having a 4-card hand. Would make sense that that's supposed to be the play here. All right, Trent decides to take 2. We are going to pay for the Vigor token. We'll attack. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a boob, Trent. Like, man. All right, we'll come in for 3 here. And then if Trent lets this hit, we're going to... Okay, I was like, we're definitely going to pay for the grain. There's so many good cards that I have to buy from this set. Like, normally I buy a case and me and Carly open it together, but, like, there's just so many, like, events I'm traveling to. Like, I really don't feel like buying a case this time around, if I'm being honest. I'm a truck broker? Oh, so you're like, literally when the phone rings, you pick up, huh, man? Block hit and run and sink below? I mean, like, we have, like, the... Block with hit and run and the sink below. Just kind of go from there. Because we get to keep Raise an Army, which we're going to pitch. We're going to play this, come in. We're going to play hit and run and Outland Skirmish, come in with Saber. Maybe I'm just supposed to keep the sink below and take 3 here. Maybe I'm just supposed to block 4 like this. Because I'm not going to have a card to Arsenal here. I think that makes more sense here. Someone's got to do it. I mean, that's true. Like, everybody's got a job in the world. That is very true, sir. Outland Skirmish, hit and run, Centauri Saber, 4-5 with go again. I am going to pay for the Vigor. I think the resource is typically better than the +1 here, personally. So we'll come in like this. I mean, I guess technically, had we not blocked with the blue, we could have 2 Vigors and a Bracers here. But, or I guess if I had blocked with the, no, I couldn't block with that. Oh, okay. For 11, huh? How many coppers do I have? 1? That's not enough. Can we activate Kassai yet? No, we don't have another red in there. We're close, though. I mean, we're attacking twice, right? Like, so... Do we want the token? Like, is the Quicken token just that good? Or are we just blocking damage here to block damage? Valiant Dynamos. Run through. Take 7. Or no, I'm sorry. I guess we can take 4 here, right? And then I can... No, I can't do all of that. Play hit and run, play slice and dice. Centauri Saber with the resource, pitch blood on our hands to activate Grain, and then come in with Hot Streak. I mean, I guess this is fine. We'll take 7. Like... So I have to say, the Garganian Tome has been really fun. I've really enjoyed playing that tonight, Dustin. Like, it's been really cool. And I've had a couple people mention High Striker tonight. I also had somebody say don't play that card. So I've gotten very mixed results so far, or very mixed opinions so far. But people seem to be High Striker has been the talk of the town tonight for sure. And then next turn, we can activate Kassai. I mean, technically, I guess I could have activated Kassai after I played the Slice and Dice here. I didn't have to wait, but... Okay, so Trent's going to give me 2 cards here, block 5. Did the pumps only block 2? That makes sense. The split class cards only block 2, it appears, most of the time. I think we can put this on the bottom. It's only like a 1 or a 2 of. I mean, I can see that. Like, it seems like somebody was telling me about it earlier, and like, it seems like an interesting card. I mean, with the Vigor token, technically I can play both of them, right? So we're going to activate Kassai. No, it's like 4 coppers, right? Yeah, I was like, we can't do that with 1 copper here. So we're going to attack with the Hot Streak and see how Trent blocks. I think I'm going to play both of them here, like, and then Arsenal the cash in here. Because, like, we're not going to create the Vigor token, but we do get our gold, which is really cool. I mean, technically, I could, like, destroy it and keep going here, but I don't think that's worth. I think I would rather just Arsenal the cash in and, like, try to set up for next turn here. Like, having cash in to go into next turn and our Valiant Dynamos to block with. I have to say, Valiant Dynamos in Kassai has been absolutely bonkers. Okay, he's going to use that to get a Might token for next turn. So he's starting with a Might and an Agility, but we do have a 6-point advantage here. I mean, this hand's looking very good. Oh my gosh, he hit a Sink Below and that? Okay, so he took 3 there. What did he put into his hand? Wrecker Romp. So he has a Wrecker Romp in hand, which is pretty good. I mean, this is 8 go again. Like, my hand is insanely strong. Like, Slice and Dice, Outland Skirmish into this, and we can, like, use this to draw a card here. Like, this is really good here. Yeah, Everfest definitely got, like, a bump here. Like, that actually, like with the Guardian card. I mean, yeah, there was, like, yeah. I could see Everfest getting some, like, some push here. Like, especially with, like, a lot of, like, the Guardian cards that are in that set. Let's take 7. Let's go to 20 and see what Trent follows up with here. Because I feel like this could go a couple of ways for us here. 3 go again? Okay. Is this going to be a Ball Breaker after this? Or is this going to be something else? Okay, so it's just going to be Ball Breaker for 4. Let's go to 13. I think our hand is good enough to just go to 13 here. Like, guys, by the way, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. A lot of things y'all could be doing on Tuesday night, so appreciate you guys chilling with me tonight. Trying not to make Kassai look too bad. 1-3 is not the start I was hoping for, but I am very new to this hero, so I'm looking forward to learning quite a bit tonight. Hopefully we can improve for Thursday's stream. Oh, do we have 2 reds over here? We do. So, activate Kassai. Let's go these 2 cards, and then let's go these 2 cards. And then we're looking at Outland Skirmish, Hit and Run, Slice and Dice, I mean, let's just get in the red zone here. We're gonna come in with Centauri Saber for 7. And then our hot streak's also going to be for 5 after this. And even if he takes our Glint to Quicksilver here, like, this is perfectly fine. Blocking is lame. Blocking is lame, I agree, but it is good. Take the cash in. Man, we're getting really lucky with his Intimidates tonight. Blocking may be lame, but it's good. And Sink Below? And then let's come in with Hot Streak here. I mean, this is 5. On hit, I get a gold, which is just going to set me up for my cash in next turn. I mean, if he wants to take 5, that's fine. Yeah, let's pay for the token here. Trent has given up his best defensive piece here. Oh my god. Oh my god. This hand's nuts. We're going crazy. And we have the Vigor token next turn? She, son. Missed the pump? Gauntlet. You talking about me on the bracers? I couldn't use the bracers if that's what you're talking about, Nick, because we hadn't hit with anything, if that's what you mean. I mean, I really don't just want to go to 7. Like, I guess we'll block here. And then, like, if we have to block, we'll give up equipment here, because this is a really good hand. And Trent's almost out of equipment here. Yeah, yeah. So also, like, that's another good reason that, like, Iron Song Versus is just better in this spot, probably. Like, I think we're just continuing to add to the list of reasons here that, like, that card is better. Yeah, other arms are much better. Yeah, I could see that for sure. All right. Outland Skirmish. The crazy part is that we just have one floating, so, like, we're going to play Run Through, Blade Flurry, Blade Flurry. Would I rather do the extra point, or would I rather do the resource here? So let's think about this for a second. Also, I should have activated Kassai this turn. I'm such a boob. We'll just throw that up on the punt counter there. My opponent's going to go, so Trent's going to go to, yeah, he's at 9. My next one is going to be for 2, 4, 6, 8, which means the extra point is actually relevant. So we're not going to pay for the Vigor token here. Oh, actually, wait, I could just do both. I'm an idiot. Like, never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me! I still think it's correct to activate Kassai now, because it's literally going to be for 2, 4, 6, 8. Like, yeah, I completely botched this turn, but, like... Oh, and the bracers is actually going to make it more? So, like, yeah, this is just totally correct in every way. Yeah, like, even through mistakes, like, the deck is just doing everything it can to bail me out here. We're not going to pay for the Vigor token. We already have one, and we have a gold for our cash-in next turn. It's going to be three straight turns of cash-in. I kind of just want to use Crown to like tuck away my Sink Below here instead of using the Sink Below. Find a blue. You love to see it. I'll be curious to hear about these games from Trent's point of view later, honestly. Like him and I were like chatting about that a few minutes ago. It's like I'm really curious to see how he feels about these games later on. I mean, don't get me wrong, 3 cash-ins in a row. What did I just do? No, I don't want to destroy 4 copper. Yes, I want to pay the gold. Let's go blood on our hands off the top. So, pitch Blade Runner to play, or actually play Commanding Performance. Centauri Saber for free because we drew cards. We get to pitch Blade Runner to play Run Through here. Pretty sure like this is going to be game here. We're going to play Hit and Run. Also, probably should have activated Kassai this turn. I'm really bad at not recognizing that I need to activate Kassai at the beginning of the turn. This blocks for 6. We don't need to give go again. And then we're going to throw the Nourishing Emptiness for 6 here to end the game. Man. The deck felt very good into Rhinar. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, 3 turns in a row of cash in. Like, literally 3 turns in a row of activate Kassai, hit for some amount of damage because we have a very strong hand. Like, into, like, draw another cash in to Arsenal cash in for the next turn. Like, absolutely bonkers there. Okay, so we've been playing for a couple of hours now. Let's make a couple changes to our list that I think might improve for us here. So, Kassai, Trent, Rhinar. We went second again. We got the win. 3 turns in a row of create a gold and Arsenal cash in for the following turn. Gave me so much tempo. Like, literally 3 turns in a row of cash in. Like, I don't even know what else there is to say about that. I mean, playing 3 turns in a row of cash in is just, like, insanely bonkers. Like, so yeah. So, like, sorry I just, like, completely, like, high rolled you with the cash ins, Trent. Like, if you're back in the chat. And I've been talking of this deck. Dude, I don't think that was like, one, like, does Rhinar have a good warrior matchup? Like, real question there. And also, like, dude, like, the cash-ins were insane. I have not had a chance to look at your list yet, Babar. Let's actually look at that while we're hanging out here. Oh, let's go. And we had Cole share his list too. So we're gonna look at Babar's and Cole's list while we're hanging out here. And we're gonna see how we feel about these lists versus the list that I've been playing tonight. And then after that, we're gonna make some changes and we're gonna move forward there. Not really. Yeah, I didn't think. I was like, I don't think it, like, you'd have a great matchup into me, but okay. So you're on 2 yellow slice and dice. This is Babar's list. Kassai version 5. All right, so Babar's put in some time here. Do we have matchups? No. I like the tome. Like, the Gorg tome is, like, really good. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually just really excited to, like, be able to play Gorganian tome in a deck. Like, which is probably going to make me want to play this because I've had a Gorg tome since, like, OG Briar. Ooh, Iron Song Determination. That's interesting. So you're on 12 blues, which I kind of like because we're only on 9, and I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see. You're playing... So you have 1 Saber in the main deck, and you're on Crown, Grain, Bracers, and Dynamo. and then you have the other saber and the hot streak in the side. I like the Sync and the Stillblade Shunt. Stillblade Shunt is something that I feel like is actually like kind of like missing from my list. Draw Swords. Oh, you're playing blue Draw Swords. Interesting. Are you playing red Draw Swords in your deck? No, you are on 3 Blood in her hands. I do like the 3 cash-in. Like it all looks pretty good. I like that your blue cards are like all give the ability to give go again. I really like that, Babar. What do you want Iron Song for? Is that to like help in fatigue matchups to like try and set up like a Blood on her hands turn, or like what are you going for with the Iron Song determination? Because like I kind of like the Iron Song determination there, but I'm curious to know what you're like, why you want that. Like it's kind of sweet though. So okay. And to push through her ability for gold, fatigue, and to push through her ability for gold. That makes a lot of sense. I like actually like really like that. All right, let's take a look at Cole's list. All right, we're coming off of the full screen here for this part of like our like kind of like deck referencing here. Okay, so red Draw Swords, okay? And we're on 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 blues. So we're on 15 blues to be playing the red Draw Swords here in Cole's list. He's only on 2 red Slice and Dice, though. That's interesting. Red Slice and Dice seems like a pretty easy 3 of there. Yeah, being able to push the gold is like really good, I feel like, Trent. I feel like that's like really solid. All right, so let's read this card. The next time an attack you control hits this turn, create 6 copper tokens. So like, are we literally just playing High Striker to set up Blood on her hands turns and like being able to like play the other cash-ins? Like, is that what they're for? So yellow makes 4, red makes 6. Like, is that literally all it's there for? I'd be curious to know like people who play more Kassai. Ooh, that's interesting. So this is like supposed to be like a second like one that you're one to play, like to give Dominate. Probably helps with fatigue. Blood on the Sand. I always like to see the names here. Oh, he's also on Courage of Blade Hold. Interesting. Do we have sideboarded? We do not have sideboarded Arm Piece. So he has 60 and he only has like 6 cards in his inventory. So like there's still 8 cards missing here. Like Cole obviously hasn't like finished like sideboarding his deck and stuff like that. I do kind of like the Draw Swords, like being able to turn on your weapons for free is really cool. Like this is like basically like this is like a 3-cost cantrip that makes your swords free. I kind of like that if I'm being honest. But like that is a card that like you have to like arsenal and like draw a blue with. You have to keep a blue to play that card. Everybody's on 3 Blood on her hands, and I'm gonna be honest, like one of the things that like I really like about my list is that we're on 2 Blood on her hands. Like looking at this list, like, and again, like this is like minimal Kassai experience, but like I would probably cut a Blood on her hands and play the 3rd Slice and Dice here. We're also not playing that much Go again. Like we're playing yellow and blue hit and runs here. Blue Sift is interesting. Blue Sift is actually kind of cool because it turns on Kassai's ability. This is kind of neat though. Why do I have 2 Talishars open? Oh, because I joined Trent's game. That's right, I joined Trent's game earlier. Let's pull up my list here and let's talk about my list for a second while we've got it pulled up here. Just kind of like while we're talking about the list here, I kind of want to like go over mine and like talk about it here. Cole wrecked us with Kassai so many times. So like do you like really like his list, like Dustin? Like if you were gonna play there, like is that where you would start? Dustin. We played in Cincinnati, right? Like that name. Did I play somebody named Dustin? I feel like I did. Were you playing Azuri? Or am I getting the name wrong? I could be wrong. I apologize if I'm getting you wrong, but I feel like we played and you were playing Azuri. Hey, Billy, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Yeah, I agree. Like Raisin Army does have a lot of like tension with like it's weird because it's like a very synergistic card, but it's also like a very like non-boat card in my opinion. I don't know. So like the tunic is interesting. Like the guy who made this list, like had tunic in it, and like I just didn't take it out. But I've not been a fan of tunic. Dude, I saw like Dustin just did not sound right for some reason. Dylan, I swear, dude, Dylan was the nicest person ever. Like he was like a supreme guy to play against. Like he was literally like destroying me and just like having a good time and like, you know, like and still like very much focusing on the game. Like he was super nice though. Like he was super nice. All right, so let's add some random stuff to the sideboard. So sideboard. I think we're gonna remove the tunic, and I think I'm gonna remove this and add in the arm piece. Add in the Iron Song versus, because I'm gonna be honest, I just think Iron Song versus is gonna be better here. Working on some Olympia shenanigans, dude. Olympia shenanigans are awesome. I have thoroughly enjoyed Olympia shenanigans to this point. Gonna be honest with you. So we've cleared up one card basically from our deck. Like Raise an Army seems necessary for fatigue. Like I feel like we should probably just have the 2 Raise the Army in the sideboard here. Sorry, I like to move back and forth so I can like look at it different ways here, but if you guys have thoughts or ideas, please throw them out. I am happy to talk about it. I do like the idea of the Fate Foreseen in the sideboard. Like AB2 is probably good. Like, I mean, we should probably just have AB2 like for like the random Kano we run into in like round 4 or something. Like you just never know when you're gonna play a Kano. Should we, like, is In the Swing, like, is that something we want to play? Like, we have a lot of go again. Something tells me this Commanding Performance should be in the sideboard for certain matchups, and then we should have In the Swing in our deck, or we should have a different pump in. Let's look at red pumps and see what we can find here. Yeah, this is the 2 for 3. I don't want that one. This is the Aura one. Not interested in that. I mean, listen, you could talk me into playing Double Down here. Like, I know it's like kind of like a little like out there in this deck. Like we're not playing Olympia. Like this is definitely an Olympia or like Betsy card, I feel like. But man, like, I mean, we're not wagering, but the idea of being able, well, I guess we're not wagering. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Freaking go. You love to
Yo, what a name. Let's go. Drunken Dawnblade. What a name. I love that. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you being here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what's your favorite hot dog toppings? Those are the 3 staple questions we ask everybody when they follow or subscribe, depending on where you're hanging out at. So, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. We crossed the 300 follower mark tonight, and I'm pretty excited about that. We crossed the 300 follower mark tonight on Twitch. We are slow, like we are very quickly like running up on 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're new to the channel and you like hanging out tonight and you're enjoying what you see, you know, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean a lot. It's the best way to support me for free, for sure. I mean, I don't really think that card's this good. We could be on Sharpen still. Like, is Sharpen still better than Commanding Performance? Dude, what's up, Bruce? Have you been hanging out tonight, man? You've been lurking around tonight? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know. Like, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think Sharpen still? Like, if we're looking at a card to have in the main deck, and then we're looking to have a card in the sideboard, do you guys think In the Swing, Sharpen Steel, or Commanding Performance is better in the main deck? Here specifically. You guys call each other plays? Dude, that's awesome. That's like, I feel like that's like the like really like a good like I don't know, like a good like measurement of like, 1, you're friends with somebody, and 2, like it's also like a really good measurement of like you really know somebody and like how they play cards, and I think that's really cool. Like that's a lot of fun. Yeah, okay. Let's have like a small vote here in the chat here. Let's have a small vote in the chat here, and like, if you think Sharp and Still is better in the main deck over In the Swing and Commanding Performance, put a 1 in the chat. If you think Commanding Performance is the card we should be playing in the main deck, put a 2 in the chat. And if you think it's In the Swing, put a 3 in the chat. I'm really curious to know what you guys think here, because like I genuinely like, I'm just looking around for cards. I mean, we could be on Warriors Valor. Like, this is like a conditional style go again. I'm not a huge fan of that, but what is this? Create an agility token. Oh, that's the buff that says like only if you've wagered this turn. I think those are the cards we're coming between right now. Okay, Dawnblade says 1, so we got to vote for Sharp and Still so far. Okay. Name is Travis, going to fab on a whim during Arcane. Diehard Dory player. I assume that's where the name comes from, man. I assume that's where the name comes from there. Like, being a diehard Dory player, I assume is where that comes from, man. Well, Travis, welcome to the stream, man. It sounds like you've been playing Flesh and Blood for a while. But I was like, but man, welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you hanging out. And dude, I was like, if you've been playing Flesh and Blood for a while, I'm sure you love it just as much as I do. I am a giant fan of Flesh and Blood. It is like my favorite TCG I've ever played by far. Okay, so Bruce thinks that we should leave Commanding Performance in the main deck. I like your guys' opinions here. You guys are like, I don't know. Like, this is really tough. So I think what we're gonna do is, since this guy had the deck built with Commanding Performance in the main deck, I think we're gonna leave it the way it is. But what we're gonna do is, every single time we have Commanding Performance in our hand, or we're gonna play it, we're gonna look at this hand and we're gonna go, would this have been better as Sharp and Still or In the Swing? I think that's how we're gonna do this moving forward. We also need to find one more card to like add into our sideboard here. We could add in like man, look at all these maybe cards he had over here. There's a lot of maybe cards over here. Thought about adding more blues in. I have not thought about adding more blues in because like we're playing like a pretty like resource light deck, I feel like. Plus like, I don't know, like the 9 that this guy had set up for it, like it feels like it works pretty well with all of the yellows as your resources. Plus like you need a lot of yellows to like make Kassai's ability work major, but I don't know. I definitely like this rounds on me, and I also really like Precision Press. Precision Press is really cool. I don't know what we would cut and play this rounds on me for, because all of the blue cards we're playing are like go again cards. Like I could see like cutting Glint, I guess, because like technically like it's like probably like our worst card here in this spot, but I don't know. Let's play. I mean, it's 9:38. We got another game or two here before we're calling it a night for the stream. So I gotta copy the deck list after we made our changes here. I did not add another card to the list, so we're just playing 79 cards right now, but I mean, I don't think that's gonna be the end of the world. Like if we like randomly see a card and we're like, oh my gosh, like we have to have that card, we could throw that in there. So, but I don't think that's like, I don't think there's anything that like I just feel like need to be in there. I'd be cutting the Commanding Performance. Ooh, interesting. So cutting Commanding Performance for like 3 this rounds on me, like you could probably talk me into that, because like it might help your matchup. But I worry about at that point I worry about what your ratios of reds looks like. I worry about your ratios of reds to yellows to like be able to make everything happen here. God, why is there so much Dorthia tonight? Like the third Dory we played against. So I think against Dory, we're going to sideboard like this. We're just going to bring in all of our cards here, except our D-Reacts. Like, this is a tough matchup. Like, this is a tough thing to decide on, because if they're playing Dawnblade, we want our D-Reacts, and if they're playing Axe, we don't want our D-Reacts here. I think we're just going to run it like this and see what happens. This is a double Saber matchup, like, for sure. Like, I don't think there's ever a reason to play Hot Streak here. They're not attacking, or they're not blocking a lot. Plus, Dynamo is going to give us a lot more value here, so... I was like, man, leading on that card, huh? Interesting. I'd be surprised to see them play that on turn 0 here. I have to say, the one thing I don't like about Iron Song Versus is that it has Temper over Braveforge Bracers here. Look at Nightbot plugging Amazon Prime. I mean, it's just block 9, right? Probably just going to look to play the Nourishing Emptiness anyway here. So we can forego arsenaling a card here. This is interesting here. Oh, when to use like different arm pieces. So we only have the one in here, but like I wanted to try Iron Song Versus over Braveforge Bracers here. I thought it might be better to have this, if that's what you're asking, Bruce, just to make sure. Oh, I think we're going to pitch Raisin Army to do this, and then we're just going to throw the Nourishing Emptiness here for 6 Dominate. Arsenal the Blade Runner and try to set up for next turn. God, they must really like their hand if they're going to give me all of that. They're just going to give me all of their equipment here. Their hand must be insane. It's a kind of a running joke amongst people that know me. I kind of have like a really bad like tendency to just get high rolled by Dory. Like, and when I say high rolled, I don't mean like when somebody complains about getting high rolled. I mean like actually just getting like Rick rolled by like an Iron Song Determination into like a Glistening Steel Blade or like a Supremacy or something like something really dumb here. As for when you're the beatdown, Braveforge is when you're on the defensive, at least for Dory. Oh, does Dory play both of them? I didn't know that Dory played both of them. This came from Josh Lau. What came from Josh Lau, Bruce? Oh, you usually run both. Oh, you're saying to run both. I gotcha. I mean, he currently doesn't have Go again. I'm sure he's going to have Go again. This feels like it could be a glint, and I don't really want to give up an extra card. What does our hand look like? Slice and dice, hit and run, attack, pitch the slice and dice to attack. Or no, I'm sorry. Slice and dice, pitch the hit and run to attack, play the Blade Runner, and then use Saber, and then if either one hits, I can use Grain. Let's just say no blocks on the first one here and see what happens. I mean, it's very possible I'm just supposed to be on both of them. I am on a 79 card list, so maybe I just need to be on both of them here. Wow, the agility token, like, that's so good. I bet that's going to be a Dory card for sure. Longer ones you play Iron Song. I mean, it makes sense that, like, you would use Iron Song when you're trying to be aggressive and you want Braveforge Bracers for, like, a defensive style game. That would make sense. Well, we're attacking with both of them, so, I mean, let's just give up the Dynamo here. We might as well. We may be... Wow, okay. So, very good turn for my opponent here to start the game. Is this going to be for 5? I mean, yeah, we're taking quite a bit of damage here, but... You like Dorthia a lot better, Death, with the heavy hitters cards? That's what Josh told you? No, I mean, Bruce, I'm definitely not saying you're wrong, buddy. Like, most of the time, like, when I'm asking questions, it is never because I'm sitting here going, oh my god, what are you thinking? Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just not who I am. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, there have been times when, like, I do fundamentally agree with people, and, like, when that's the case, like, I will tell people that, you know, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, us having a disagreement about something, you know, like, I think that's a pretty, like, normal thing, you know, for people to do, like, it makes sense. I need to block with a yellow card this turn to make sure that I can be able to activate this here. Yeah, so I was also thinking the same thing, Death, that, like, Dory is definitely, like, quote unquote winning the game right here, but, like, I don't know why they felt the need to block that. But, like, they have literally 0 equipment block left now, and we are now in a spot where, like, we're trying to set up to play, like, a better hand here. Like, and if they attack here, like, we literally just get to, like, block with Shift the Tides, or... Actually, I guess we can block with Glint here. We block with Glint and Dynamos. No, they're just going to lose the counter and pass. We're down 15, but we have 3, 6, 8, 9. Probably, like, we have at least 8 right here, and then probably 3 more there. So... That's how he explained it to me, because I asked about it when I use Iron Song over Braces. No, I mean, that's actually, like, a really good, like, train of thought, that you want Iron Song for, like, shorter games, and that you want Bracers, or I'm sorry, you want Bracers for games where you need to block more often, and Iron Song is, like, a better game. It's better over the course of a game where, like, you can try to, like, grind the game out. Like, I mean, that makes sense. We could draw some cards here if we wanted to. Like, we could just pitch 2 blues to draw a card, but I really don't think that's necessary. I kind of want to play Glint to, like, give go again here. We don't have to pitch anything, so because of the resource here, because of the Vigor token, we can actually just kind of, like, roll into it this way. And then we can always use Iron Song versus on the second attack here. Our Dorthia opponent is probably trying to, like, play an on-again, off-again style game here against us, is kind of what I'm taking away from this. I also completely meant to activate Kassai this turn. I was not thinking about that at all. Man, I am just like... I mean... So what? This is going to be for 3? I don't think I'm supposed to activate it now. I don't think it's worth now. I definitely, like, should have activated Kassai at the beginning of the turn. I mean, we do get to have 2 Vigor tokens, but our opponent is, like, obviously really likes their hand. This is the second time they've just, like, kept their entire hand. I mean, yeah, we'll make another Vigor token. So we'll have 2 Vigors and a Courage going in the next turn, which means keeping less hand, like, keeping less cards is just going to be good here. I mean, blocking with hit and run through is just kind of free here. I can activate Kassai, play hit and run attack with Saber for 4, and then I can attack with the other Saber, and then I can play in the swing to try and, like, get across the board there. So we definitely want to block 6, and I honestly think we want to block 9 here to play around the +1 card that they could have. Twinning Blade is, like, pretty bad, but not much I can do about that. He must have, and he's looking for another pump. That makes sense here. Encourages blocks when your proactive bridge forwards religious to sync for an additional resource when you have already hit and have go again, at least for story. The value over time, while threatening the +1 for next turn. There's no blocks. Yeah, no one blocks a naked Dawnblade. You're absolutely correct. And yeah, I mean, like, Brave Forge Bracers, like, feels like it is just the extra block. Like, I would say, most of the time. So, what's he gonna go get? The 0 for 3 here? He could go get the 0 for 3 here, if he wanted to. Oh, he can go get Blade Flurry now. He doesn't have to. They no longer have to go get the 0 for 3. Crack Bolters here. And because of the Supremacy, he draws a card. God, that's so obnoxious. He actually could have just, like... I mean, again, like, I think we have to, like, try and push our turn here. Like, he definitely should have pitched his card he drew to, like, activate Bracers because he's going to have another card there. So, activate Kassai. Play Hit and Run. Centauri Saber for... I'm sorry. No, yeah, it's just... I always forget that they're not for 3, that they're just for 2. And then we're going to get our Dynamo block back here. And I imagine more than likely we're going to get our gold token because of In the Swing. Our opponent's probably not running... De-reaxified, I guess. They could be. I don't know. Like, it's tough to say. I assume I'm lagging here. No, my opponent might be thinking about something. I don't know. They could also be lagging. Honestly, no, Nathaniel. Honestly, no. The deck has felt like super lackluster tonight. Now, I say that like as someone who knows very little about this deck, so take it for what it's worth. But no, the deck has felt like not that great tonight. This like isn't even a hand that really encourages me to like keep my cards. I really just want to like block 12 here. Like, this hand sucks. Hopefully they don't have a Twinning Blade here. Like, this hand is, like, not very good, and I have no interest in, like, doing anything with it. This hand does something. Yeah, I'm going to say no blocks here. Like, this is perfectly fine. We're just going to draw a couple cards and, like, try to, like, push through as much damage as we can. Run through makes sense. Feels like when I'm playing aggro or mid-range into the deck, I can just take everything they do. Yeah, that's honestly how it's felt all night for me, Nathaniel, that, like, people are just doing more explosive things than I am, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing. Like, that's, like exactly how it's felt all night, honestly, man. Because, I mean, like, right now I'm down 20. I'm about to draw 2 cards, and, like, it probably doesn't matter what I'm doing here. Like, it's probably just not going to be good enough, right? Like, I mean, we're going to activate Kassai here. Outland Skirmish, Slice and Dice. Activate Iron Song versus come in for 5. And then we have the Blade Flurry. Like, and even like this turn, like as good as it's going to be, like it's just not going to be enough, I don't think. And we're going to have to play Glint to give go again here because they didn't block, which is like totally fine. Yeah, I mean, let's make the Vigor token. We might as well. And then Hit and Run. Attack for 9. I mean, like, this was a 16-point turn, but this was also a 16-point card off of, like, 7 cards. Like, I don't know, like, what about this turn felt worth it. Like, yeah, we'll make another Vigor token. Like, also, like, I don't know how people create copper in this deck, because, like, I can't do it to save my life. Oh, man. This is probably like a try to block out. I mean, we can block 8. We could just... give, go again. Block here. We could draw a card to see what we do. I don't know. This all feels weird. Like, we haven't blocked with the other blood on our hands yet, have we? I think we have all 3 in the list right now, but... like, again, I think this is just like... lol. Yeah, Spoils of War, like, I know what the copper cards are. Like, it just doesn't feel that, like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel... You about to, like, Command and Conquer me? Okay, I mean, honestly, this turn did not end up as bad for me as I thought it could. Yo, Rick, I appreciate you encouraging people to like the video, man. I appreciate it, brother. I mean, I think we're just supposed to, like, throw 6 and Arsenal the Blade Runner. I mean, like, this is 6 Dominate. Like, we get the Arsenal Blade Runner. And, like, as long as he doesn't have, like, D-React in his Arsenal, we're okay here. We just have to, like, hang on to whatever he's going to do this turn. Is he just going to 5 to keep his cards? Yeah, I mean... Has he played enough cards to make me think that I need to block here? That he could just kill me? Like... I don't just want to take 3 here, but, like, I also don't want to, like, give up cards. Like, this is a really good hand. Like, Cash In is looking solid. If I give up... I could give up Blood on our hands and Blade Runner here. I don't know. Like... we might get punished for blocking, but, like, I think it's okay. Like, I think we're just supposed to block here. God, I swear. I hate Twinning Blade so much. That card, like, honestly, is a card I hate more than anything. Like, I despise Twinning Blade. We're gonna say no blocks. LP, LND? I love Twinning Blade. I mean, listen, like, Warrior players love Twinning Blade. Like, Twinning Blade makes me want to, like, go lay in the 4 lane. Might be able to do 16 again with that 6-card hand. Thanks, Nathaniel. Appreciate you looking out for me there, brother. Oh, I drew cards. It's free. Hey. I mean, the good news is that, like, we are in a place where we can, like, try to strip cards out of our opponent's hand. And we're going to get Dynamos back this turn, which means we can, like, block with all 3 pieces of equipment here. Like, I don't know. Like, doesn't feel like a great spot, but, like, at the same time, like, we might just be in a spot where we can, like, push enough damage through to, like, make it worth it. Is the point worth it here? This is going to be for 4, or I'm sorry, for 5. This will make it for 8. versus 7. I don't know that the 1 point matters here, but yeah, let's create a Vigor token. And then I'm going to activate Iron Song Versus, since this is going to be free because we drew cards this turn. And I'm going to attack for 7 here. Yeah, no, so it's weird because it's like, is me overblocking wrong there? Like, I really don't think it is. Did my opponent just, like, stop playing or something? All right, I have no idea what happened there. That does not feel like a game we should have won, like, at all. That does not feel like a game we should have won right there. But we did. So we take those games. But yeah, I don't think we should have won that game. Like, I don't think we should have won that game. No. We'll put it in the log, though. Kassai, Talishar. We played against Dorthia again. I think we went second again. Yeah, because we blocked on turn 1. Opponent got ahead early. We crawled back with Dynamos and taking our turns when we could. Because, I mean, I feel like that's the most accurate representation of what just actually happened right there. 3-3? I don't know. Like, I'm going to be honest, 3-3 is better than I thought we were going to do right there, but it's like better than I thought we do tonight. But man, like, that did not feel great. Like, I don't know. Like, Kassai did not feel super strong tonight. I'm sure somebody's figured out something that I haven't figured out. But we're going to be trying it more Thursday to see if we can get, like, try to see if we can get more things, like, nailed down here on the list. I think the list felt a little bit better towards the end of the night. Like, you know, part of that's me learning. Part of that is just me learning the, like, play patterns and, like, how the game plays and, like, you know, what the deck is looking for in a lot of ways. But I don't know. Like, it started to feel better towards the end of the night. That is it for tonight's stream, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. I know that tonight's stream was not the best gameplay you've ever seen from me, but I do appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. Remember, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, be sure to subscribe on YouTube or follow on Twitch and or Kick, wherever you're hanging out at. Sure mean a lot. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you guys. Check out the Discord if you want to hang out with a cool community and get to know everybody. We're starting to run tournaments every couple months in there, so we're going to be looking to set up the next one here either sometime before the PT or sometime after the PT. Probably going to be after with how RTN season plays out, but yeah, it's tough sometimes, Rick, for sure. I appreciate that, man. You was tilted? When was I tilted, Bruce? I don't remember being tilted, man. When was that? I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't, but I don't remember being tilted. I don't know. I'm curious. If you've already left the chat, then we'll find out next time. But if you're still hanging out, I'd love to know. Love to know why I was tilted. I don't remember being tilted tonight. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. I'll be back on Thursday. Have a good night, guys.